6 p.m. Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Hassan Gilani. First, the headline. Prime Minister says government has brought the country back from brink of default and steered towards economic stability. The Deputy Prime Minister has reaffirmed Pakistan's commitment to deepen engagement with Iran in key priority areas. Chairman Senate has called for balanced development across all regions. Pakistan and 7 other Muslim countries have expressed deepest concern regarding deteriorating humanitarian situation in Gaza Strip. All Parties Hurriyat Conference has urged world powers to play their role in resolving Kashmir dispute in line with the UN Security Council resolutions. In Under-19 Tri-Series against Pakistan in Harare, Afghanistan are chasing a victory target of 239 runs. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif says government has brought the country back from the brink of default and steered it towards the economic stability. Presiding over Federal Cabinet meeting in Islamabad today, he welcomed the significant growth in the country's GDP during the first quarter of the current fiscal year. Shehbaz Sharif expressed satisfaction that privatization of 75% stakes of Pakistan International Airlines was completed successfully. He said the privatization of loss-making state-owned enterprises is part of the government's vision of economic reforms. Deputy Prime Minister Ishaq Dar has reaffirmed Pakistan's commitment to deepening engagement with Iran in key priority areas. He expressed these views while chairing an inter-ministerial meeting on Pakistan-Iran bilateral relations in Islamabad today. The meeting reviewed ongoing cooperation across a range of sectors and discussed ways and means to further enhance economic and trade ties. Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister Muhammad Ishaq Dar has expressed satisfaction over the stock position of sugar and the downward trend in its prices. He was presiding over a meeting in Islamabad today to review stocks and prices of sugar. The Deputy Prime Minister directed all concerned that the farmers should also get a fair price for sugar cane. Finance Minister Mohammad Aurangzeb has lauded the Federal Board of Revenue field formations for achieving the highest tax collection ever recorded in the month of December. He was addressing Team FBR and field formations via a video link conference in Islamabad today. The Federal Board of Revenue collected over 1,427 billion rupees in December 2025, achieving 99% of its monthly target of 1,446 billion rupees. The Finance Minister described the December 2025 performance as a strong validation of the government's fiscal reforms agenda and sustained focus on compliance, enforcement and digitalization. Mohammad Aurangzeb emphasized that better tax compliance and enforcement measures are the only sustainable way to ease tax burden on the formal sector. Minister of Law and Justice Azam Nazir Taur has said that revolution in the IT sector has changed the world. Addressing a ceremony in Lahore today, he stressed that no child should be denied IT training due to lack of resources, calling the young generation our future. He added it is the government's responsibility to provide children with opportunities in higher education and technical fields. The Law Minister also said that distributing laptops to needy students is an investment in the country's future. Chairman Senate Yusuf Raza Gilani has expressed commitment to protecting provincial rights, strengthening federation and promoting balanced development across all regions. Addressing National Workshop Balochistan at Aiwan-e-Sadr in Islamabad today, he said Senate ensures that all provinces have equal voice to the national decision-making through parliamentary oversight, transparency and dialogue. The Chairman Senate emphasized that the youth of Balochistan are the greatest asset and equipping them with education, skills and opportunities within state institutions will empower them to become agents of peace, progress and national unity. Highlighting the geostrategic importance of Balochistan for Pakistan's economic future and national security, Yusuf Raza Gilani said that province's people, their culture, history and traditions are inseparable part of our national identity. This is Radio Pakistan. Pakistan and Turkey have reaffirmed the commitment to further strengthening bilateral cooperation in education sector. The commitment was made during a meeting between Minister of State for Federal Education and Professional Training, Wajiha Qamar, and Ambassador of Turkey to Pakistan, Irfan Naziroglu, in Islamabad today. During the meeting, Wajiha Qamar emphasized the importance of academic exchanges, capacity building, and institutional linkages between educational institutions of the two countries. She highlighted Pakistan's commitment to learning from Turkey's experience in education and skills development. Ambassador Irfan Naziroglu reaffirmed Turkey's strong support for deepening educational ties and expressed interest in expanding cooperation through scholarships, joint programs, and exchange initiatives. Pakistan has reiterated its consistent support to China on all matters of its core interests, including Taiwan. Responding to media queries regarding question of Taiwan, spokesperson of Ministry of Foreign Affairs Ambassador Tahir Indarawi said Pakistan and China are ironclad friends and all-weather strategic cooperative partners. He said Pakistan will continue to adhere to One China principle and regard Taiwan as an inalienable part of China. Pakistan and 7 other Muslim countries have expressed deepest concern regarding the deteriorating humanitarian situation in the Gaza Strip. This concern was expressed in a joint statement issued today by the foreign ministers of Pakistan, Egypt, Indonesia, Jordan, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Turkey, and United Arab Emirates. The statement said the situation has been exacerbated by severe, harsh, and unstable weather conditions, including heavy rainfall and storms. The ministers commended tireless efforts of all United Nations organizations and agencies in continuing to assist Palestinian civilians and deliver humanitarian assistance under extremely difficult and complex circumstances. They reaffirmed their full support for United Nations Security Council Resolution 2803 and President Trump's comprehensive plan. The ministers call on the international community to uphold its legal and moral responsibilities and to pressure Israel as the occupying power to immediately lift constraints on the entry and distribution of essential supplies. They call for immediate, full and unhindered humanitarian aid into the Gaza Strip without any interference by either party through the UN and its agencies, rehabilitation of infrastructure and hospitals, and opening of the Rafah crossing in both directions as stipulated in President Trump's plan. All parties Hurriyat Conference has urged the world powers to play their role in resolving Kashmir dispute in line with the United Nations Security Council resolutions. In a statement in Srinagar, APHC spokesman Advocate Abdul Rashid Minhas said it is the responsibility of the United Nations and Organization of Islamic Cooperation to avert continued political injustice being faced by Kashmiri people at the hands of the brutal Indian illegal occupation since 1947. Meanwhile, the Bharatiya Janata Party-led Indian regime has attached the property of a Kashmiri activist in Poonch district of Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir since the illegal abrogation of IIOJK's special status in August 2019. The BJP government has intensified its drive to seize homes, land and other assets of Kashmiris. In Under-19 Tri-Series against Pakistan in Harare, Afghanistan are chasing a victory target of 239 runs. Batting first, Pakistan scored 338 runs for loss of 9 wickets in allotted 50 overs. And finally, the weather. Cold and dry weather is expected in most parts of the country, while very cold in upper hilly areas during the next 12 hours. However, moderate to dense fog is expected over plain areas of Punjab, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa and Upper Sindh. And now the headlines once again. Prime Minister says government has brought the country back from brink of default and steered it towards economic stability. Deputy Prime Minister has reaffirmed Pakistan's commitment to deepen engagement with Iran in key priority areas. Pakistan and 7 other Muslim countries have expressed deep concern regarding deteriorating humanitarian situation in Gaza Strip. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analyses, log on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.